Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Garoppolo looks to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Touchdown! Raheem Mostert.
Nice doing, guys.
And the Niners have taken the early lead. While Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero, all he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Whereas most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself.
Right? Not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. A short kick taken at the 18. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, 49ers! Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where no matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this.
Somebody was close on that one, though.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. It's a run with Mostert. They'll try to run it here. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Seahawks 7.
They still need to get the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Seahawks first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll try and run the option left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. With Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Andre Diggs on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the play. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try it now with Mostert, and he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Seahawks 21, 49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to read it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Benson Mayoa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And this one is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long. 2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right. First half in the books. You're watching the
Same fucking thing I said.
Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way down for the Seahawks. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On the option, here's Wilson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. On 3rd down, Carson.
Nice play. Close. I got him. Showed up and made a damn play.
Time, and now it's 4th down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
At the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things
are too many people up on the line. That's it.
And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He's got the hat-trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Now Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's got daylight.
Come on, you telling me I ain't got nobody? Come on, man, y'all playing.
And he takes it all
So none of my speed guys is even available.
Backfires in a big way.
49ers 20. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17.
What the fuck that thing doing jumping in the air, man? What the fuck was that? Hey, this guy ain't tripping. Nigga jumping in the air and shit.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he will be taken down. But a big
Wow. They say he still held on to that shit. Come on, man.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 1st down. It's Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Wilson. And nowhere
Man,
to
you
fit
gotta
that
step in front of that shit.
It's
Fuck
knocked
that,
away and
man.
incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Here's Carson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake in the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mostert. And he's got room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
45-yard line.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Brings up 2nd and 7 on the Seahawks.
Mostert. Across the track. That's a very touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 26 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down. And he was able to get it by a play.
My man just sit there looking dumb and shit. Come on, man. That's just that bullshit.
Totally
Come on, man.
yet,
I'm about to do that shit
as they come up first and 10.
Sit there and look dumb.
They'll run on first down. Carson, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A former first-round pick, Eric Armstead, the one who got in there to make that play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They run again with Carson. They're only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
Man, I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.